With Black Ops 6 Zombies right around the corner, it's great news for fans of Cold War Zombies, as it looks like it's an upgrade in every single which way. Unfortunately, if you're not a fan of Cold War Zombies like me, this might be bad news because you don't really want more Cold War Zombies. But that's when I had a genius plan. I've been playing zombies since World at War, Nacht Untoten, but the one game that I skipped out on was Vanguard Zombies, because it looked dreadful and I heard it was dreadful. But then it hit me. Maybe I can get myself to like zombies again if I force myself to play the absolute worst of the worst. If I just simply force myself to play Vanguard Zombies up until Black Ops 6, maybe the reverse psychology will make me like Black Ops 6 when I finally do play it. So, I today am going to play every Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies map for the first time. I'm gonna try and complete the objectives for every map, and then at the end of it, I'll give my thoughts on each one as we go. So let's get right into it. I am weirdly kind of excited to try this out. I've been avoiding Vanguard since it launched. I never wanted to touch it, but in prep for BO6, I'm actually quite intrigued to finally jump in and see what all the hype is about. I tell you what, let's hop in with the good old classic first. Let's just do the Archon. This is the one where, like, when the game came out, people were trashing it for this one solely. All I can remember is the Milo thumbnail. He's just crashing out. Alright, here we go. So I got some pre-made classes here. I don't know... Okay, I guess the artifacts are the same as Cold War, so we'll just take the Shroud, I guess. Oh, wait. Wait, I don't... Wait, is this... Wait, this is the Archon? Wait, this is not the map I thought it was gonna be. I thought... Oh god, what is going on over here? Alright, we're gonna play it anyway, just because we're in here now. But, okay, so it has the salvage system from Cold War. That's not really... I mean, that's kind of what I was trying to get away from, but... So wait, is this actually just a round-based map then? It looks like it's round-based, which... I thought this game didn't really have round-base. Let me know in the comment section, did I start off with the worst map? Okay, so anything that has these symbols above it, this is a ritual door. So I guess just like a power door. And then these ones I can actually open. Okay. So what is this? So I have one of these hearts. I can... Is this just like almost like a perk in a way? It looks like you can get up to 3, so I wonder if there's other machines that have other abilities. I will say that for my first time playing Vanguard Zombies, I do question if half of the people that trash on it have actually ever played it, or if they've just blindly followed the hate wagon for it and are just hopping on. I've always said that I think Vanguard looks bad, but I don't think I've ever said that it plays bad. Wait, they have Mr. Peaks in Vanguard? Wait, I thought this was just a Cold War thing. I legitimately thought in Vanguard they had like a completely different Teddy. Alright, I got like 4,000 and there's an objective marker over here. For the record, this is what I hate about newer zombies. I hate this kind of stuff right here. This is why, off the bat with Cold War, I ended up just disliking it. Because of the constant objective pointing. Now, apparently in Black Ops 6 that's not going to be a thing, but we'll just have to find out. Yo, that's a pretty fire effects actually. One thing you'll never catch me doing is saying that they have a bad effects team over there. This is really pretty. Okay, another perk. Is this quick revive? Boost regen speed. Wait, so all of the perks are just free though? Oh, a shovel? Wait, let's go. Alright, so I'm gonna need some help in the comment section because I'm basically playing these maps out of order it seems. Do let me know if certain features were implemented at a specific time in Vanguard and maybe like this wasn't a thing at launch, you know what I mean? Okay, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I'm kind of enjoying this right now. Just have a quick little read here before I die. Aether Shroud, oh, you upgrade stuff in game. Okay, look, I'm not gonna lie. I'll admit when I see a mechanic I do like the idea of these hearts you earn in game and then mid-game upgrade your perks and upgrade your abilities. That's pretty cool. Like, that is something that I think if the custom zombies community came up with, people would be glazing it. So I'm not gonna all of a sudden pretend that it's a bad idea here. Man, I'm actually somewhat having fun. This is not going to plan at all. The idea was that I'd be suffering so that I'd be thirsty for BO6. Okay, so here is Speed Cola. It doesn't look like there's a 4 perk limit, which is interesting. But I did just get an achievement that says drink from all 5 of the demonic fountains, so I think that's it. Okay, so there's supposed to be a glowing red crystal outside of the map. I did try to look for it before, but I didn't really notice it. So let me see. Okay, is it that? It might be that right there. Okay, that's the one. Wow, that's pretty inconspicuous. Okay, so it spawned a red orb. And now we're just going to follow the orb. Alright, so we're looking for 3 different items. Alright, so there's one right here. Cursed Skull. Okay, let's see. Alright. Oh, and it's like a little escort thing too. Okay, I can't sprint or anything, so I gotta be really careful. And here you go, buddy. There we go. Alright, little Orby, here you go, buddy. Here's your last little thing. And now, I believe, yeah, we just got the zombie shield. Or the decimator shield, rather. Okay. So we can do a melee blast and a decimation blast. Okay, that was not as cool as I thought it was going to be. Wait, I lost my gun for that shield? What? Are you kidding me? There's no, like, shield slot? Okay, there we go. So that's been destroyed. I have a chalice now. And now what do I do? What do I do with this? Oh, is it this thing right here? Okay, fill fountain. Cool. We put that in there as well. And then I'm guessing there's going to be one more. Alright, fill it up. And I think we're done. Yep, there we go. So that's 2 trials done. Alright, here we go. So there is 1. There is 2. And then there is 3. Just like so. And there is our red orb. So for this next step, I actually need to give it a pack-a-punched weapon. So we're going to go and hit the box, because I'm pretty sure the box just hands out papped weapons in this game, which on high rounds I actually think is a pretty good change. So now we're just going to take this dude out here before he takes us out. Oh, he actually downed me. Wait, am I dead? Oh my god, are you kidding me? That's how I die after all of that? That's how I die? I get smacked in the face? All in all, I gotta say, I rather enjoyed that map. Believe it or not, that was pretty fun. I could 100% play that again. I am surprised. If we go 4 for 4 on actual fun maps here, I will eat shit, because I was a firm believer that this game looked awful. But let's move on to the next map, which I'm not going to do Shi No Numa because I think that's like the biggest one. We'll do that last. Actually, you know what? Next we're going to do Terra Anfang, since we was supposed to do that first. Let's recorrect the order here. So here we are. We are in Terra Anfang. So this is what we were supposed to start the video with. This is the map that people were crashing out on at launch. So I'm very, very curious to see just how bad it is, question mark. So what's interesting about this map, and I am going to make sure to touch on this because I know people are going to want me to, is that you just can't pause in this map. If I jump and pause, it just doesn't do anything. And I remember people were losing their minds over that, and rightfully so. Alright, so we got some zombies that are just chilling here. And I can get some points off of them. Now, this map I don't think is round-based, and in fact, I think this is just more of a... Like, I don't think there's a main quest. I looked up if there's a main quest, and I couldn't find anything. I'm pretty sure it's literally just a training map for new players. That's what this basically feels like. So you're in this hub area where you can upgrade all your stuff, and every time you do objectives you unlock a new point of this map to go and get more stuff, and then you go through these portals to do new objectives where things get stronger. It's almost like a roguelike game mode in a way. So we have Blitz, Sacrificed, and Harvest. Now, I'm not sure which one we're gonna go for first, but I guess we'll just go into Blitz. Alright, here we are. New objective found, Blitz. So it's just, I have to kill things, and right away we have Deadshot here. I thought I'd get that from the spawn area, but I guess not. And okay, let's go. So I'm not sure how big the area is. Actually, wait. I think this literally is it. Is this the playable area? Is it quite literally just where I'm at? I could see how people would be very disappointed. I think it's important to note that even though I'm having somewhat fun playing Vanguard right now, I do understand fully, and I myself would be and was upset with what I saw when it came out. Okay, so I killed like 5 zombies, and I'm pretty sure now they're teleporting me out. So that was pretty anticlimactic, honestly. I thought it would be a little more difficult. So now that I'm back at the town square, this whole area has opened up. And now I can go and do Blitz again. So I wonder if it will be an even larger area this time. I do believe as well another reason that people were very upset about this when it came out was that there was no endgame, there was no replayability. It just became a thing where like Anfang had almost no side objectives. I don't know how true that is, but it is what I remember hearing. Also, one thing that I want to point out, which I'm finding to be kind of mind-blowing, like a discovery I've made, is that when I always looked at gameplay of Vanguard, it looked way worse than it plays. This is definitely more fun to play than it is to watch, and it's definitely less angering to play it than it is to watch it. When you watch this, it really, at least to me, gets me mad, but playing it, I don't get that same feeling. And the 2 seconds now, 1 second, and we're out, just like that. And okay, again, that was pretty anticlimactic. And I guess we're just going to rinse and repeat this for every area on the map. The world grows harder once again. So have I unlocked another teleporter location now, or is that all of it for the Blitz places? And here we are in Shi No Numa, which we are going to be revisiting later. But this is more of a closed off, tinier version just for this map. And we just basically have to do a payload escort. I remember seeing this at first and thinking it was a pretty cool idea. And then apparently this just became 90% of the gameplay in Vanguard. But I wasn't able to ever vet that, so I guess today we're going to find out. I will say, I definitely do think this game is a lot more difficult than Cold War, for example. And I can actually really appreciate that. I'm not looking forward to Black Ops 6 in terms of difficulty. I really think that with the inclusion of Gobblegums, this is going to be the easiest game to date. Because while BO3 also had Gobblegums, Cold War in itself is incredibly easy with field upgrades being a thing. So field upgrades plus Gobblegum makes me think it's going to be very, very, very easy. Yeah, so just like that, we are done with the Shi No Numa section. And we can kind of go and look around. I don't think there's anything in here. Like, anything in here at all. But it is cool to see they laid the groundwork for the Shi No Numa map that they did end up releasing. Oh my god, no way. Are you kidding me? Did I really just find the ray gun? I guess we just have the ray gun now. And what are those animations? It's like I'm swimming with the thing. This might be my least favorite version I've ever seen of this thing. Especially the weird depth of field it's making when I shoot it. Again, I really just want to touch on that even though I understand it's kind of not the best argument to make, if this were a custom map on BO3, I think people would like it a lot more. But I also do see the side of it which is like, you know, this is a AAA studio, we're not expecting customs quality. You know, customs shouldn't be setting the bar, it should be the other way around. So, I do fully understand that too, and I can get the frustration. But I do think the gameplay's pretty fun, and I'm kind of shocked because I did not think I was going to find it fun. And honestly, I hate that I find it fun because I don't want this to become the norm, obviously. I can definitely see how this would get boring very, very quick though, especially as a launch map though, like... This is not round-based, it is not typical zombies gameplay, it's basically a zombies roguelike. Yet the longer I play, the more it starts to sink in that this would be pretty depressing if this was the day one experience for the new zombies game. If I was a dedicated zombies YouTuber and this is all I had, I'd be pretty upset. Alright, the world is once again growing harder, as am I. And I guess now we are gonna go and meet Craft, and oh, we have more objectives now. Oh, and a new boss. Who is that? Savala the Deceiver. Okay, so he wants me to come and see him now to discuss whoever the guy is. Von List? Was it Von List? We have to go and see the guy now. He's magically sealed inside of a little closet. Alright, so basically that's it for Anfang. That was the end of what I assume is the main quest. It doesn't seem like there's anything else on the map. I gotta say, all in all, it is very disappointing compared to where they ended with Vanguard, and I can definitely see why Milo was in the state that he was. Now, it's basically a zombies roguelike. That's how it plays, that's how it feels, and it does seem like that's what they were pushing with Anfang. And I have to say, surprisingly, I don't think it's as bad as everyone else does from what I had seen ranking-wise. I do think that Anfang is very underwhelming and very boring and repetitive. But all in all, for a quick run through and maybe just casual play in general, it seems to be a pretty fun map with decent gameplay. So all in all, is it like the worst map ever made? No, but is it something that's blowing me away? No, there's way better maps in Vanguard and we already played one of them being the Archon. So let's get into the next map.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Alright, so here we go, Terra Maledicta. Now, this is a map that I'm probably perhaps the least excited for, knowing that this is basically just the Archon but not green. I will say right off the bat, it definitely looks better, and the layout is actually different in terms of interactables. So, from what I've heard, this is basically just the Archon, but with Anfang gameplay instead. And I gotta be honest, after playing Archon, I'm not entirely mad at that. I will say, I did hear endlessly that this was literally just the Archon, but not with a green hue shift on it. And I don't know that I entirely agree. While it's definitely the same base layout, it doesn't look exactly the same in terms of all of the obstructions that would be here on the Archon. Okay, so first quest here we have Transmit. Now also that's another thing I realized is that while you could say this is just the Archon, it is going to teleport me to areas which I just won't be able to go to in the Archon. Alright, so check this out. So we're in some kind of... I'm not exactly sure what kind of building this is. But nonetheless, it's another one of these escort the payload type missions. Oh, and just an update, I did go back and beat the Archon, and the boss fight I thought was pretty cool. Even though Chord Effects is a huge bullet sponge, I did think it was a pretty sick main quest overall. And again, as well, I don't think this map has that. So, just another thing that I guess differentiates it from the Archon. It is very interesting to me, though, that it's seemingly very obvious that Vanguard started out as this new roguelike type, easier workload gameplay for them to pump out. And then it seems like due to community feedback, it evolved a lot, and we eventually did get more classic style maps like Shi No Numa and the Archon. Okay, so now I can go over to here, where we should find Speed Cola. And this is where it does seem to be a lot more similar to the Archon. The perk is in the same location. Overall, the map looks way better though, I gotta say, with the lack there of green. If I could compare the gameplay of Vanguard from an emotional way to someone who hasn't played Vanguard Zombies, if you've ever played Borderlands and you know how you felt during the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands PLCs, I think that's what this feels like in comparison to normal zombies. Okay, so there's a little rune here at Speed Cola, and I can interact with it. And I believe this is how we actually beat the map. I'm pretty sure the portal stuff I was doing was just going to go on forever. Alright, we got some blue portal here. This actually looks pretty cool. So we have to go through and beat this, and then I believe we get the Decimator shield, and we beat the map. Oh, I guess this is how Zabala was introduced as well. Like, again, despite me thinking that the gameplay is pretty fun, I do also see how depressing the reality of it is, and was, when this game came out at the same time. Alright, so here we go. We only have one more to do now, so with this final slam, that's going to get us the tome page, and I believe this will be the end of the map. So there it is, the tome page. It now belongs to us. And there we go, void complete. The tome page is yours. So that is going to conclude Terra Maledicta. So all in all, I thought Terra Maledicta was an upgrade over Anfang. The gameplay loop though is basically exactly the same, and it is crazy that the quest to get the Decimator shield, which would be a quest in a typical zombies map, is the whole entire map's quest here. So again, is the gameplay somewhat fun? Sure. But does this suffice as a good zombies experience? I don't think so. I think it's a different zombies experience, but I think what you make of that is completely subjective. But with that out of the way, now we're done with Terra Maledicta, and we're going to be on to the final map, which I have heard is the best map in Vanguard, which is Shi No Numa. So let's get right into that.
Look at all that dirt, boy.
Alright, so here we go. This is Shi No Numa, the final map, and I have heard it is the best map on Vanguard Zombies. Now, I actually am filming this a couple days after doing the initial maps, because honestly, I find it kind of hard to hype myself up to play Shi No Numa. Good or not for a remake, Shi No Numa is one of my least favorite zombies maps, but hopefully this is going to be way better than the original, and we will actually find a new version of the map that I actually like. It does look better than the original Shi No Numa. I've heard there is also major changes to the layout of the map, and that's why people love it so much, as well as actual side quests. Like, apparently this is just a fully fledged zombies map in Vanguard. Now, how much there actually is to do, I'm not sure. I am going to look up a guide shortly to see just what I can do, and then hopefully we will beat this map. Alright, so here we got our little Covenant ability thing, which apparently is returning in BO6, which I don't mind, honestly. Oh, interestingly enough, we have a brand new door right here for 1500, which I guess connects the two areas. Alright, so I tried to look up a YouTube video about the supposed Mr. Peaks Easter egg, and there isn't a video on it that I could find, so either no one cared enough to make one, or it doesn't exist. Alright, the Doctor's Quarters, and we're gonna get quick revive? No? Okay, dead shot. Oh wait, I forgot stuff is free. Why didn't I get Speed Cola earlier? I haven't been getting any perk. Alright, let's see what's through this new door. They've literally got a marker on it, so it must be pretty important. Okay. Oh, it's like a dig site. Oh, dude, it's like an actual new big area. And then they've got... This is going to be for the main quest, I'm guessing. We've already got Pap unlocked there. Oh, wow. Oh, and look, there's another cipher wheel part too. Alright, let's find out what our symbols are for this cipher wheel. So the first one we need to get up here, I believe we have to shoot some paper and it's going to reveal the symbol. Okay, it's actually down here instead. So we need to shoot a stack of paper somewhere. Okay, so the first one is right here. So that's going to be our first symbol. Okay, so my symbols are double, circle, sword, and 7. That is what I have branded them to make this easier for me to remember. Then up here we've got the double circle, and then for the final one I've got what looks like a 7. And there we go. That is the right code.
Summoning lost memories can be hazardous to your health.
Okay, so now I've kind of got a little lockdown step, and I think I'm good to just take it on right now. Okay, so it's come to my attention that I actually needed to use the Wonder Waff for this step, which I do not have. So now my question is, am I stuck? I'm really not feeling too confident about this main quest because I took a little while doing some of the more easier steps because I was just taking my time. And apparently there's some kind of boss fight in this, which makes me worry about just how well we're going to be able to do in it on such a high round. So for this, all we basically have to do is kill a bunch of blue smoke zombies around the center platform here. So really not that difficult, apart from the mini bosses, which are going to be lighting us up. But I think we got this. Come on, buddy. Surely we got enough. Okay. Wait, we got it. Okay, nice. Alright. That was actually pretty difficult. There's not many blue zombies that spawn in very often, so if you don't get it done in time, you fail. And I almost did. Okay, so we can fill this fountain up, and all we have to do for that is go and use the flogger and kill zombies. There is actually also a Mr. Peaks Easter egg related to this, which gets you a bunch of free points, but I'm not going to bother doing that for this video. Okay, so now we need to drink from this fountain, and then we're going to get a zombie blood power up. And in here, it's going to show us that the storage hut, which I'm pretty sure is this way, is going to have a red orb. What's weird is that my zombie blood did not make me invisible to those zombies, but whatever. So we're looking for a mirror piece, we shoot that down, and then we can retrieve it, and there should be some form of escort step. Alright, so now this is kind of like a Gersh step. We need to find where this orb goes and then shoot it, and we just repeat that until it comes back to the dig site. Okay, luckily the shotgun has basically infinite range, so if I can see it glowing, which I can because of the boom shrine around, I can just basically cross map the thing. Alright, so the orb is back, and now we are doing what's essentially a massive lockdown round. Okay, so yeah, we basically now just need to kill, again, zombies in the blue mist while she's attacking us. And then when we've killed enough, we'll be able to hit her mask to weaken her. And then we basically rinse and repeat that 3 times with different zombie types each time. Alright, so we have the bubble up once again, so it's time to just get back to damaging her. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. So now we phased her. So now we have to do the same thing, but this time it's going to be boom shrines we have to hit. But it's the same thing, we're just spamming the wonder waff. Alright, so yeah, we're pretty much chilling right now. And there we go, we phased her again. Alright, and now for the final one, we just have to do a bunch of the minigun guys, whatever they're called. Alright, so the bubble for the damage phase is now up, and all we have to do is finish off the echo, and we are done with Shi No Numa. Alright, and there we go. She's dead. And that is going to conclude the main quest, I do believe. And so this is how we get the mirror, and obviously we then go on to use it in the Archon to finally take out court effects. So, I mean, that's basically it. That does it for Shi No Numa, and because of that, that does it for all of the maps in Vanguard as well. So all in all, I did think that Shi No Numa was indeed the best map that Vanguard has to offer. I don't think it's crazy in terms of map quality like people have made it out to be. The map is good, but ultimately I don't like Shi No Numa, and a pile of shit that you polish is still a pile of shit. So it's one of the maps which for me I can't say overall I'm a huge fan of, but I wouldn't be opposed to playing it again if I had to. The improvements that are made here are solid, and the main quest was decently fun. Now, for my overall thoughts on Vanguard Zombies as a whole, I gotta say, I was coming into this expecting it to be way worse than I thought it was. I was one of the people that steered clear of this game like the plague when it came out, because it didn't look like zombies, it didn't look like it felt like zombies, and it looked like zombies was once again yet another afterthought, with having its funding cut and becoming just a side mode compared to Warzone, which is where they're making all their money from. And while I still do think that that is 100% the case, I also do think that this game being received the way it did taught them enough lessons to not do it again, and hopefully in Black Ops 6 we're in good hands. The bad news is that I played this to make me want to play Black Ops 6 more at launch, and it hasn't done that, because it just wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. While again, as a zombies experience compared to what we're used to, I think it's awful. I don't think the gameplay itself is bad, and again, I think if the customs community came up with something like this, they'd have no problem with it. Of course, there's a difference between custom zombies creators and then an actual studio with actual real funding, but regardless, I don't think the gameplay is horrible, but I do think as a zombies experience, this should have never seen the light of day. Since recording this video, I have done the Archon numerous times and had somewhat fun with it, and that's something which I didn't expect to do. In fact, I expected to just quit out of that map halfway through recording my first time on it. So all in all, Vanguard Zombies isn't as bad as I thought it was, but if you're looking for a real zombies experience and something that reminds you of the good old days if you haven't played in a while, this just simply is not that. But if you're wanting something new and just a fun side thing to do while you pass time to Black Ops 6, then why not give it a go? I mean, at the end of the day, it's more zombies, and if that's what you're looking for and you want something truly different, you'll find it here. Stuff like the augment system and more make this an actual unique zombies experience, and whether or not that's a good or bad thing is up for you to decide. But that's going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll check you all when Black Ops 6 comes out.